Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And finally, we're getting some stories worth talking about here during barrel scraping season. Tayshia Adams spotted ring shopping. She's got a fellow guy here. We're going to discuss, is this actual ring shopping or is this just someone who likes to look at jewelry? Because if any paparazzi were following around my wife, they'd think we're ring shopping nonstop because she's always trying things on. In fact, I kind of believe pandemics are just spread by women trying on different rings and swapping them out. Is that sexist of me to say? Either way, they got their ring shopping done at Tiffany's, and that's where your boy got his wedding ring. That's right there. No messing around. You know what I mean? I've never had a piece of jewelry. I told my lady, get me something nice. All right, follow me on Instagram at DNeals. That's going to lead to nobody joining our Patreon today, patreon.com/Dave Neal. But that's okay. If you want to join the Patreon, I've got my behind-the-scenes cruise video, and here it is right here with the... I gotta go get Tasha. So anyway, okay, so you can see there's a real riveting cruise ship video I got there. It's on the Patreon. I'll be live at 10:30 this morning, 10 a.m., or in the 10:15 a.m. hour. You can go catch me over there. Okay, so let's get into it. So we made a video just 5 months ago. Tayshia Adams spotted with a potential boyfriend. This isn't the guy, but we're going to just catch everybody up on Tayshia Adams News, because we're a Tayshia Adams News channel. Barrel scraping season during the holidays. Not much going on. Was this an actual launch or not? The guy in the photos, Austin Kroll. I know nothing about the show Southern Charm. Is this show worth watching? Everyone's like, oh, he's the bad boy of Southern Charm. Who's got the time? I guess we all do. So anyway, I said this before Vanderpump, Scandival came out, which I have been covering. We're approaching the finale plus the 17 reunion episodes. Either way, Tayshia's keeping it in the reality TV family. They sparked all this story about a potential romance from a photo they took. Turns out, not a big deal. But now... Tayshia Adams spotted looking at engagement rings with new flame Luke Branson. And of course, we're going to get into this story, but first, here's what we had last month on her being caught holding hands with Luke. And we're going to get to a very big story. Tayshia caught holding hands. Can you believe this, folks? That's right. She's been rumored to be with this other reality TV star, and now they've officially been seen. And we use the term star lightly, like we say porn star. It's really just, it's describing the niche. Like, I am a YouTube star. Does that make me a star? No. But in the Bachelor recap world, the star is used loosely. Holding hands, and we're going to get into that story, what people are saying about it. Is this a hard launch or a soft launch? Or maybe, we'll tell you this, a month later, and they're still hanging out. Of course, this photo was deleted, and let's get to our story. Tayshia Adams spotted looking at engagement rings with new flame Luke Branson. First comes hand-holding, then comes marriage. Bachelor Nation's Tayshia and Bravo's Luke were spotted looking at engagement rings on Sunday. I got to tell you, having followed Vanderpump Rules and watched What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Bravo as a network is a much better place for Bachelor to be on. Bachelor is like the premier dating show on America's broadcast channel, ABC, whereas Bravo specifically, their niche as a Bravo star is drama, is chaos. And I believe Bachelor would do just fine over there. So much so that I wonder if ABC ever gets rid of Bachelor, which of course they're not. They just picked them back up. We'll have that video next. Yes, that's right. Bachelor has been confirmed for another season. And by the way, with the Writers Guild strike happening right now, these reality shows are going to be around for a long, long time. It might not be the most profitable, but it's a safe bet against the other unions. Not something I think is a good thing. It's kind of like crossing the picket line here. The fact that there's no writing and basically no quote-unquote script happening on the shows, even though it kind of is a script. They call them story editors. That's a writer. I'm not a writer. I just edited this story together using words. You know what I mean? We obtained an exclusive photo of the duo scoping out some massive sparklers while consulting with a jeweler. In the shot, Tayshia can be seen staring at her left hand while trying on a potential winner. An eyewitness confirms to us they were 100% looking at engagement rings. Additionally, we're told the reality stars were very lovey-dovey and kissing while they shopped, though it's unclear if any purchases were made. Despite the magnitude of the outing, the pair kept their attire casual. Magnitude? Is wedding shopping a magnitude? I guess engagement ring shopping, it could be considered magnitude, but as we know, she's already done this. See the elegant 3.25 carat engagement ring Zach Clark gave Bachelorette Tayshia Adams. It was an emerald cut, classic, very 1920s vintage. And of course, that was the ring right there, which Neal Lane, sponsored by Crisco, wiped a little of that on the ring and said, "Give it back to me," and took it back. Repo man, Neal Lane. Yeah, literally, Neal Lane repos more rings than he actually sells. But I tell you, Luke Branson must be a little bummed out that he's not going to get the Neal Lane sponsorship. Because let me tell you something, Luke. Tayshia, she's not settling for something less than 3 carats. Let's just look. How much is a 3-carat engagement ring? Just let's randomly. Okay, that says 11,000, but that can't be right. Here's one: 3-carat emerald, because you can we cut the clarity, they rip off. 3-carat and 14-carat white gold. And this one right here is $46,000. That's starting at $46,000. So I don't know how much the summer house is paying for you there, old Luke boy, but get ready to put in for some overtime shifts. So let's go back to the rest of the article. We already shared what they're covering here, that they deleted the photo of them together. Hey, and good for Tayshia. Listen, let me say this real clearly. You, the audience of Bachelor Nation, are the reason Tayshia is not out with her relationship. And I'm also guilty of it. We cover the story here. But the point being is that she wants nothing to do with the publicity that comes from her relationship. And she doesn't need to commodify her relationship. No offense to Susie and Clayton, but they can tease their relationship because it's good for driving numbers. Tayshia comes from the golden age of Instagram, which might just seem like a few short years ago, and it was. She was engaged just, a year and a half ago. But that was when you could grab a huge Instagram following. If we look at Tayshia, she's going to be, I'm well into the millions, right? That's just, we're just not seeing that into, she 1.5 million followers. So she's obviously got the blessings of CoverGirl plus, a little chunk of PPP loan money. So she doesn't need, to be throwing, although she is doing another reality show, but it's not dating specific. It'll be a competition style show. So anyway, the point being is that she doesn't need to commodify her relationship in the way that others do. And that made no blame to others. That's just the way it works. If Tayshia needed to commodify her relationship because she had 300,000 Instagram followers and she needed to make rent, she'd commodify it, but she doesn't have to. If I didn't have to be here making this content, I'd be on a beach sipping Mai Tais. It's all capitalism, baby. Shortly after deleting the snap, Hubbard 36 reshared the image but cropped them out. So they were untagged from the photo and it was recropped out. And she later told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live, "I did not know they were holding hands until everyone started commenting and was like, oh, they're holding hands." And I was like, oh, shoot, they're holding hands. So clearly they knew that the photos needed to be taken down. Here's the original, and then it was cropped out. We've all been cropped out of a photo before. Perhaps unknowingly confirming their romance, the publicist went on to compare her pal's situation in the early days of her relationship. Anyway, they go into the Bravo relationship. But there's Tayshia in previously happy times, the moment she was proposed to by Zach Clark, who is no longer. Let's just have a quick listen to what Reality Steve has to say about this newfound reality royalty.
Tayshia has not posted anything with him to show everybody, and he hasn't towards her either. But there is a photo on page6.com yesterday that came out of them engagement ring shopping. You see Tayshia with a ring on her left hand, and she's looking at it. And like I said, probably means we're heading for an engagement soon. I don't know why you would go engagement ring shopping if you weren't looking to get engaged. I have no idea about Luke Branson, and I can't really add much to this story, but in case...
Well, there you have it. So, yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, we could find more about him, but, why? You know what I mean? We'll have to see if he throws a ring on it. And, again, if you're Tayshia, you probably also are self-conscious about, not wanting to jump into another engagement. You know what I mean? The first one, it's okay, most people haven't had multiple engagements. Of course it happens. People get proposed to, and they're like, oh, my gosh, I got proposed to at a Jumbotron. I said yes. She said yes, but I should have said no. She should have said no. Anyway, I'm personally wondering if this is a top 2023 video. I don't feel like it. I felt like we got close. I feel like we edged into the top 2023 video, but I don't think we quite made it. I'll tell you what. Let me give you guys the honor of just doing a quick Google search of Luke Branson. So Luke Branson. Let's just find out if we know anything about Luke Branson here. He's listed as an actor. Is this Luke Branson just a Sandoval light? Is it whenever a white guy has a mustache these days, I just assume it's So what does he do for a living? He's an actor and model born in 83. Oh, he's so old. He's 40, or turning 40. I'm kidding. Is best known for his appearance on Summer House and its spinoff Winter House. Look, I've said this before. I'm at the point now where I'm considering becoming just a full-blown Bravo channel. If every other show on Bravo is as good as Vanderpump Rules, what should I watch next? Let me know. So Luke Branson is a flight attendant. He plays Ethan in The Flight Attendant. Oh, that's interesting. I watched that show. So here he is. This is Luke Branson. Do I have the right guy? I mean, hey, look, for 40 or how, I mean, I'll tell you what, he's got a good-looking body. He's got, he's kind of got that, I mean, I don't want to say Nick Viall energy with the older guy with tattoos, but I guess we call him older guys now. I'm an older guy. I'm 38, and there he is, the flight attendant. So he starred in that with Keely. Well, I say star in it. I don't know how big his role was, but very fascinating stuff, folks. All right, she got her. I mean, does she have a type? I don't know. But either way, we'll have to see if she says yes and if he proposes, what the whole story is going to be. Tayshia's very much got like a Claire energy when it comes to not wanting to publicize and monetize the relationship. But again, like I said, it's all capitalism, baby. If you can, you would. That's a nice privilege to have. And if and if she didn't, right now, she's going to share with us when she wants to share with us. And speculate we shall. More content coming your way. I'll be on Patreon at the 10 a.m. hour, patreon.com/Dave Neal, and we'll see you in a little bit.